Good morning, everyone. It is about 9:30 in the morning. I woke up a bit ago and my stomach is hurting really badly. I can definitely feel that I had that ice cream last night that I wasn't supposed to have, because my stomach is super sensitive to milk and sugar and stuff. So ice cream is kind of something I indulge in very rarely because of that, because I do end up in pain with pretty bad diarrhea afterwards. I also wanted to add a little bit of a disclaimer. I will add warnings, trigger warnings, and disclaimers if there is something happening. But there will be talks about poop, bowel movement, diarrhea, lots of pain, dizziness and stuff like that. And if that's not something you can handle, then these vlogs might not be for you. But if there is anything that's happened, like needle warnings, if I'm going to the doctors, I will put that in. If I end up, with an injury, I will obviously put a warning in the title and something like and stuff like that, just because I know people get triggered by them, and triggers are not something to be taken lightly. So I'm going to try to accommodate that. And if you watch this and you like these vlogs but you have triggers that I might not know about, because I don't know everyone, hello, and other common triggers that you know of, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll make myself a list and try to be as accommodating and helpful as possible, because I do want these videos to be accessible to as many people as possible, because invisible illnesses are not as rare as we think they are. I think they are pretty common. The only problem is we just don't see them. That's the main problem, and that's the problem I've been having as well, which is why I wanted to vlog, because I have fibromyalgia, which is a chronic illness that affects my pain receptors, I think. Basically means that my pain receptors respond to pain when there isn't anything, and they overreact, so that I end up in a lot of pain when I'm not really supposed to be. With that, I also have extreme fatigue and exhaustion and pretty bad stomach. So I have a lot of food sensitivity, and I get diarrhea very easily if I eat anything. And I've been bedbound almost for 6 years. And after watching Chronically Jackie, and I heard her mention that she wanted to end the stigma around, chronic illness and invisible illnesses, because, as I said, I don't think they are as rare as people think. I decided, why not join that? Because my life is very different from everyone else's. It's probably pretty boring compared to a lot of people, since I very rarely leave the house. But I try to make things work. I try to get, the best out of my day and my life. And I used to struggle with depression pretty badly a couple of years ago, because of the fact that I wasn't able to leave the house and do all of the things I wanted to. But with therapy and medication, that has helped, and I am still on medication just in case, because they do help with my mood and stuff, so, as they are supposed to. So I'm pretty happy that I'm no longer there, and I feel like even with the little things that I'm able to do, such as walk the dog, make myself food, the very basic things that a lot of people don't think about as tasks, but to me they have to be planned so that I can put in rests and relaxation times before and after. Otherwise I will be completely gone. I will be in bed in so much pain that I won't be able to relax. I won't be able to sleep. So I've learned from that, and I'm trying my hardest to avoid that from happening. But I'm gonna go down and have breakfast, so I'll see you downstairs. Yum yum. I was able to make my own breakfast today, so I mashed up some avocados, and this is just turkey on top. So I've ended up back in bed with my little puppy. I've sort of decided that after every task I do, like making myself breakfast, I'm gonna go relax for about an hour. That way I know I'm not gonna burn out all my energy just staying awake, and I get to do more stuff throughout the day. I tried it yesterday for the first time properly, and it worked really well. I wasn't all too burnt out after my trip to IKEA. So now I'm just gonna relax, watch some YouTube probably, cuddle this little pooch, and I'm gonna go about my day afterwards. So I just managed to cleanse my face. It's my face in the mirror, all nice and shiny. I use this as sort of a cleansing step. This is the Simple Micellar water. I'm not really fond of this. I don't really feel like it does anything. My favourite one is the Bioderma one, and I do have it on my desk over there, but I'm trying to use this one up this year because it is a big bottle. And I made decent progress. Then for my toner, I used the Pixie Glow Tonic, and I love this. I love the scent. I love what this does to my skin. The puppy's woken up, so I'm going to have to be quick because I'm going to have to take her for a walk. And I really like this. I take both of these products on my face and down my neck. I don't take this around my eyes, but I do take the micellar water around my eyes, and that works fine. And then I've been having a lot of breakouts recently, so I decided to try my Sunday Riley UFO oil, and it's bright green. I thought it was the bottle that was light green, but the oil itself is bright green. Smells okay. I'm not 100% sure what I feel about the smell yet, but it went on really nicely. You don't need a lot of this. I'm put on a bit much, but I'm going to see how my skin reacts to this throughout the day, and I'm going to keep trying it. Then I just put the Nivea Daily Essential Sensitive Day Cream Moisturiser over the top, just so I can have something moisturising for when this sinks in, so that my skin doesn't feel completely dry. And I'm also scheduled, or I'm planning on trying to filming a video that involves putting makeup on my face afterwards, and I do want something, a bit of a barrier on my skin for that. And this is another product I'm testing out. It's from Ole Henriksen. It's the Banana Bright Eye Cream. So far I'm liking it a lot. But the puppy is awake and she wants to walk, so I'm going to get out of my PJs and we're going to go for a walk. And she is normally not fond of plastic bags because they make too much noise for her, but sometimes she plays with them just to get attention. Yeah, Asheda, yes, can we go it? Yeah, let's go for a walk. So it only ended up being a very short walk to the mailbox and back, but there was no mail, which is a bit weird because I think it is, let's check, sorry about that, I think it's like 1 p.m. and our mail usually arrives between 11 and 1, so maybe there just wasn't any mail today. There usually is, at least commercial stuff, if not anything else. And the puppy was a good dog. Yeah, you are. I just made myself some food. I'm not feeling good at all. I got really, I'm not going to say dizzy because dizzy doesn't fit, but lightheaded. Because it was like 200 meters walking. It was nothing really, if not even just 100 meters, 50 each way. And I made myself some food. It's pizza baguettes that we had in the freezer. So they're in the oven now. They'll be done in a couple of minutes. And I needed my fix for fake sugar. So I'm going to see if I can try to do this with my left hand. I have recently started drinking Coke Zero. I started last year because my stomach can't handle regular Coke. I get a really upset stomach, and I think it's because of all the sugar. So, but I do need sugar or caffeine, I've found, and I don't drink coffee. Jag vet, lilleven. Yeah, you want all the attention, do you? So I started drinking Coke Zero instead, and it works okay because I think it's the caffeine. But when that doesn't work, I usually have some pieces of chocolate because I just need something sweet to kickstart my energy so that I can get some real food into my stomach. Because right now I'm alone, and if there was someone else home with me, I would have them make me food because I can barely stand up. So I'm just gonna wait for my food to be done and I'm gonna relax. I'm not sure I'm gonna make it up the stairs until a couple of hours, so I'm just gonna sit here on the couch in the living room, watch some YouTube or TV. I'm not really sure if there's anything interesting on TV right now, which is why I watch YouTube most of the time. And I'm just gonna relax. This is the pizza baguettes. They have pepperoni in them, which I'm not supposed to have, but it's okay. And the puppy was given a treat after we went on a walk because she was good, but she won't have it. She's like staring at it, poking at it, playing with it, but she's not gonna eat it. And she sometimes does this and then eats them after a while, but she's just a bit weird. I'm not sure if anyone else's dogs do this, but she's a cutie. So I made it back upstairs. I'm back into bed. I'm not feeling good at all. I'm really exhausted and my hands and feet are hurting a lot. I took some painkillers a couple of hours ago and I can't take a new dosage until there's been like 2 more hours or something, because I can't take them too close. And I'm just not feeling good at all. Sorry. I can really feel the effects of going out, because it usually means I'm stuck in bed for the next day or 3. Hopefully, because I've been resting a lot today, I'm not going to be like this tomorrow, because I have gymnastics practice, my last gymnastics practice of this round, and I'm going to have to think about whether or not to sign up for the fall semester as well, or the autumn semester, because I want to. I've loved it, but I just don't know if my body is handling it. Because right now, last week I wasn't able to go because I was in too much pain and I was too exhausted. And if I don't feel better next week, tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to go either, but I really want to, since it's the last practice, I think. No, the last practice is next week. Okay. Gosh, my head is all over the place today, but I'm going to relax as much as possible, try not to fall asleep, because that's going to make it harder to fall asleep tonight. And I'm just going to wait for someone to get home, because I really want a hot chocolate, but I was not able to carry a hot chocolate with me upstairs. So, I guess I'll just have to wait. So the puppy is enjoying some cuddles, and I lifted up her lip to look at her teeth, and it just stays there. So now she looks like she's having this really weird smile. So my lovely sister, with some help from my mum, made dinner today, and it's spaghetti, which is essentially what I ate yesterday with some parmesan on, and it's really, really nice. So I've just had dinner, and I've come up because I decided I'm going to tackle the shelving unit. This is a bit of a weird angle, but this is all of my school books and stuff in here. And I want to put that in my bedroom at the bottom shelf of the bookshelf, because there's room there. Because I want to move my Harry Potter books, which are in the corner over there, and they're just as messy desk as the rest of my room. And I want to move that over here so that the desk has a bit more surface space. And I bought, let's see if I can do this without messing it up. I ended up buying these kind of like magazine holders. I got a different type than the original ones, because the original ones were a lot thinner. They were cheaper, and there was a pack of 4, but they were really thin, and I didn't really think they would hold all of my books, so I decided to get these ones. And I really also like the pattern on these. It's a kind of soft pink with some triangles and white dots and splotches and stuff. So I'm going to assemble that, and I'm going to put away my school books. I also have, in this little compartment, some books, pins, and random crap that came out of my wallet and bags and stuff that need to get assigned a place and stay there. But I'm going to see how much of that I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to tackle only the top 2 drawers here, because I do have some in the bottom as well. I have this one, that already has a lot of books in them. They have all of my Nancy Drew books, and I have some that I've bought and some that my mum's given to me that she had when she was younger. And my other my other room is just full of more random stuff. So I'm going to try and clean some of it out so that I can use it for storage and stuff, but also so that it doesn't look as messy as it currently does. So while I was at the Halter Centre, I painted this box in one of the activity classes I had, because it was kind of cool. You can't really see it all too well. There you can see it. It's purple, like a dark purple with pieces of white and black patches sort of all around it. I just had some fun while painting it. You can't see the colour all too great. It's a bit less blue than that. And then I painted it sort of like a bronzy colour on the inside. But I've been thinking for a while about where I'm going to put these pins that I have. So I signed up for the DFT Bay Pin Pals this year, which means I'm going to get a pin every single month, I think. So I have the Hanklerfish, the Giraffe Love, And I'm fairly certain this is supposed to be the Mars. I always say that wrong. Rover. And I really like them. But I don't wear pins, so I kind of just collect them instead. And at Primark in December, I picked up these ones and I absolutely love them. I am a Hufflepuff, so I thought that I needed these ones when I saw, because they didn't have a lot of Hufflepuff merch. I feel like Hufflepuff is the house that you can buy the least merch of in stores. They had a decent amount of it at Universal, but I saw these and I was just like, I need them. So I think I'm just going to put them in this box. And I have more pins from various things that I'm also going to put in here. So I just picked this one. This was in here. And I picked out these one, and I just remembered all of the weird stuff I've stored in here, like clip out of magazines, old textbooks and all of that. And I took out a pile and it just won't stay on my lap, so I'm going to declutter this. Probably going to move all of the textbooks and stuff into this one, and this is how they ended up looking, and I really like that. So I'm just going to fix this, because this is a mess, and I don't like it being messy. I'm not feeling good today. My stomach is not feeling good today. I know I said earlier that there was going to be disclaimers if there was going to be like poop talk and stuff, and it's going to be in a lot of videos just because my stomach does not do well with anything. But today, after the big trip to IKEA yesterday, my stomach just is not doing well, and I was expecting it because it kind of happens whenever I'm exhausted and tired or I've done something strenuous like leaving the house. But it's just not good. I filmed the clip that I was going to declutter my folder thing, set the tripod and the camera up, and just had to go to the bathroom, and I've been there for like 10 minutes, and it's so not fun because it's painful. My stomach's been hurting a lot, and I feel lightheaded, I feel nauseous. I am going to declutter this dang folder thing though, because it annoys me, and right now I have half of it lying on the floor and I just want to get it done. So I have assembled one of the bags from IKEA that I'm going to use to put the paper stuff in, because most of the things in here is paper. If I choose to get rid of something, and I know I will because I'm looking at all of this stuff that I've already taken out, I'm like, none of that's going to stay. And I'm just going to throw it in for recycling, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to take, because I have a lot of recycling, specifically a lot of paper done, because I buy a lot of makeup from various places online that gets shipped in cardboard boxes, and they need to be recycled, so I have a lot of them. So I need to take them out because they're starting to clutter up my room, and I want to clean this dang room. It's going to take me a couple of weeks, which probably sounds a bit extreme to some people, but I can't clean or do anything for more than about 15 minutes a day, or I can do like 10-15 minute intervals, once at the start of the day and once at the end of the day. I can't do much more at a time. I could, but I know that that's just going to exhaust me even further, and on a day like today where I'm not feeling good, I don't want to exhaust myself more than I have to. But I still want to do something productive, something that was on my schedule, and cleaning was on my schedule today. So I decided to start tackling this thing, and I'm doing that bin, the top left one, which is on your right side, I believe, where the purple box is, because that's where my school boxes were, and this folder was in the bottom one, and I think I'm able to combine this one and the one below that. It's a bit difficult because I'm holding the camera a bit weirdly, because there's barely anything in them and most of that is trash. So I'm just gonna take it all out, and I think I'm gonna have to ask my mum if she has something where I can wipe the shelf because it's pretty dusty. And I can feel it like collecting in my throat. My trousers, now you can see that, but it's like full of dust just from pulling the binder out. So I'm gonna clean this up and I'm gonna go to bed afterwards again. Let's do this. this is what I ended up keeping, which is about probably a 10. So this book is one of those things that were in that shelf that I needed to move, and it's the All That She Can See book by Carrie Fletcher. Now, can you see that one? I already own it. I have the hardback. But when this one came out, I bought this at Waterstones. This is signed, and I kind of needed it, so I have them double. But I absolutely love the look of this. I love the coloured edges of the paper. I love the book, and I think it's beautiful. The only slight annoyance I have is that it looked weird with the pocket version below Dodie's book, so I had to put it on top, but I don't really mind because it kind of looks cool, and I got to put all of these in place because these have been everywhere. So my 8 p.m, sorry it's a bit shaky, my 8 p.m. alarm just went off to tell me that I need to take my medication, and I know I briefly mentioned this morning that I have taken pills for my depression, which I have now overcome, so to speak, but various psychological evaluations going through and getting diagnosed last year, there's a helicopter outside, they told me that there is a big chance of that returning if I'm not careful, so I am still on medication, and they have been helping a lot with my mood and stuff. And the pills I take are called Cipralex, or I take a cheaper alternative which does the same thing. But I've also had pretty bad sleeping problems for the last 6 years, and I used to take a sleeping pill previously that tasted like glue, and I hated it. I completely hated it, and I used to get this hangover in the morning that was just awful. So now I take something called Remeron, and these one, not sure how well I pronounce that. You can probably see the name there, it's probably reversed, but... And these are also antidepressants, but they are also commonly used as sleeping pills, and you just take it, melt it in your mouth, and leave it like that. I also take contraception, and it's really helped with, because I have really heavy periods, and a lot of pain with those, and that on top of my fibromyalgia just means that I am curled up in bed for an entire week of the month, and it's not practical, and with those it has really helped me avoid that level of pain, so that's nice. And for my pain I am prescribed paracetamol, which has not been helping at all over the last couple of weeks. I started to notice it when I was in rehabilitation that it wasn't helping as much as I wanted it to. It has helped decently in the past, but because one of my biggest symptoms is exhaustion and fatigue, not necessarily pain, or I didn't think it was pain, because I have had depression, anxiety and panic attacks in the past, and I've always linked my pain and shaking up to those panic attacks and anxiety, when it very easily could have also been part of my fibromyalgia. So I take all of those. I am going to ask, because I have a doctor's appointment next week, and I am going to ask for some stronger painkillers or different painkillers, because those, they're not cutting it. Last week I was in pain all week and it wasn't fun. But I'm going to take my medicine, I'm going to go downstairs, get some supper, and edit the vlog so that it's ready for tomorrow, and I'm going to leave you there. It's still pretty light outside for it being 8 o'clock in the evening, and I didn't get to put my curtain up today, but I will do that hopefully tomorrow, and I will also see you tomorrow morning.